Setting up our players. We just randomly found ourselves in a series, a fresh series. Let's go. So congratulations to Astray. He does of course claim the previous match, but now we are jumping into our fresh best of 3. We're jumping into Group D, and spawning in the bottom hand corner of Ultra Love, we do have our Polish Terran player, the Red Terran, representing his new team. Hold on, just catching up. Representing his new team, representing ROC Esports. It is Spirit. And spawning in the top right hand corner, we have the green Zerg player. We have the green Zerg himself from the Americas. It is Torrent. Here we go. And if you're in the chat, predictions, they will soon be open. Don't you worry. I just have to quickly set up our teams and set up our players. But yes, we are now hopping over into Group D. Again, Group C is wrapping up at this point. I believe the Lambert versus Classic is still going to be taking place on the main stream. We have our Terran versus Zerg. Here we go. So far, we are settling in. Again, it's been an intense broadcast already, and we still have an entire group ahead of us. Crazy, as it's just now starting. Just now beginning. Group D is underway. Likewise, Hatchgas pull out of Torrent. So far, standard opener out of our Zerg player. Likewise, Spirit going for a Rax expand as well. Spirit, he has been known to be greedy at times, that is true, but here, we're slowing down. Playing standard, at least initially. Drone gets sent across the map. Torrent? What's going on? Drone gets sent across. The drone will delay the CC, actually, for a couple of seconds. Does delay. Reaper will shut down the drone, but again, a cheeky maneuver here by Torrent. Very cheeky. Not too sure if it was quite worth it, but GG nonetheless. Spirit, he does threaten that natural. Behind this, Queen production is delayed. The Queens, yeah, they're a little bit later than they otherwise would be. Lings are going down. This first Reaper is getting out of hand. First Reaper picks off all the Lings, but the Queens, they have now arrived. That's going to be 3 Lings going down. Can he get all 4? He can! 4 Ling kills. That is brutal. Behind the Spirit, going 3 CC before Starport. Economic opener out of Spirit. Torrent is droning, but Torrent, he's contained on 2 bases. You can see Spirit is checking for the expansion, checking for a 3rd. There is none. There is no base. And from here, Torrent, does he go into a 2-base Roach Hole in? He's mining gas. He's mining a lot of gas, actually. This can lead into a lair, into a Roach Warren. One or the other. Technically a Baneley Nest for a Bane Bust, I suppose. As Spirit, he's checking. Again, as we mentioned, like, we should be seeing some kind of tech, and Spirit, he knows that as well. He's like, what's going on? Where's the Roach Warren? Where's the lair? What's happening? Reaper goes down. Torrent, he expands. Again, he has a plethora of gas to work with, but he's not spending it. What a cliffhanger. Up next, we have a Stray vs. Clem tomorrow. Yes. Tomorrow is going to be a Stray vs. Clem. As we have the answer here, we have a layer alongside a Baneley Nest on the way from Torrent. Last Spirit just poking in, playing standard, making Hellions. We do have a Banshee follow-up, and we have not just that, an Armory, Hellbat push. So Spirit, he's going to be more aggressive, more assertive. He had a strong start with the Reaper, and now he's following this up with Hellbats. Let's go. So earlier timing from Spirit, and I'll be honest, Torrent doesn't really have much to defend. The Baneley Nest will be done in time for this, but does he morph into Banelings in time? That's the question. Because here come the Hellbats. They do transform. They waddle in. And Torrent is not ready. Queen goes down. Lings are roasted. And that's all we had. I mean, that's all we had left. There's no more Lings. There's 2 more Queens on the bases. The 3rd base has been broken, and Spirit keeps snowballing from here. Again, Torrent is more of an amateur player stepping into the ring as we're in the early rounds of the group. And unfortunately, was just not quite ready for this. Does not expect this to come his way. Didn't scout across the map at 10 drone kills already. And now Spirit can waddle up the ramp into the natural. And waddle in. Things are falling. Again, the baitings are too late. GG gets called, and Spirit, he overwhelms. He takes game number 1. GG. Spirit, he does take a lead in the series. Does take the first game. Setting up bracket D. And we're going to be following Spirit into game number 2. When it comes to the bracket itself, again, it's still progressing when it comes to the early rounds. Likewise, there's not a lot of updates that I can see on it either. Okay, game 2 is going to be on Tokamak. Well, yes, we have confirmation. So Australia, of course, took down Bunny as we did cast. Clem took down Percival. Bjorn took down SOS. And again, Classic vs. Lambo is on the mainstream. So we can focus all of our attention on Group D. All of our attention. There's not too many updates yet when it comes to the open bracket. I'm sure it's getting a little bit late in the Americas. At 6 p.m. That's plenty of time. Gumiho match when? Gumiho is not in this group. Am I crazy? He's in this group? Oh, no, he is. Oh, sorry. My apologies. We might be able to cast some Gumiho. We'll see. I'd love to, but it does depend on how things line up. I also not too certain how the mainstream is going to handle things if they do cover another series. Now, this morning in the top right-hand corner of Tokamak, we have the Polish Terran player, the Red Terran, representing RC Esports. It is Spirit. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponents. We have the green Zerg player. We have the green Zerg player himself from the Americas. It is Torrent. We go. As I did just pan over, and Classic vs. Lambo is currently underway. They are mid-series. We could have hopped over to cover that as well, but I'm content, you know, featuring some other players here, following them as well. Hopefully able to follow Spirit into his next match, ideally, but we'll see. As now we do have our initial opener here. Hatch gas pool. So sand set up out of Torrent. Once again, he moves out with the early drone. It's definitely been an interesting start here from our green Zerg. The early drone, I don't think it's worth it. On the one hand, it does delay the CC. We saw that, but only by a couple of seconds, and it's not worth losing an entire worker. It's definitely unique, and I appreciate it, but yeah, even here, it doesn't delay. Morphs in the gas. Reaver just ignores it. Marine is on the way anyway. And Spirity should be fine. Should be fine. Cell's in the group too. True. Cell's also in the group. Oh, as the hatchery does complete, sorry, the gas cache does complete. Yeah, less than ideal. Does finish up. Spirit moving in. Last game, he was able to kill all 4 lings. This time, we do see Torrent being a little bit more conservative with his lings. Does pull him away. Joins a force back. Nice snipe there on the first ling. Spirit trading well. He gets 1. He gets 2. Takes on 2 Zerglings. Does pull away. The gas guy is going to be killed. Behind the Spirit going for a 1-1-1. He's not going for a 3rd CC this time. Much more aggressive build out of Spirit. Much more aggressive. Spirit, he's tested the defenses here of Torrent, and he feels like he can break it. Spirit, he pulls away. Behind this, we're massing up more Hellions. We can go into an Atom Swap, into another Armory, into another Hellbat push. This one can hit earlier. So building up into Cloak Banshee. Oh, nice round. Torrent does surround. Yep, there it is. Hellbats. If you recall, last game, the Hellbat push was more delayed because of the faster 3rd CC. This time, no command center. This time, this will hit harder. This will hit faster. And Torrent without Banes, without Roaches, it's going to be a tough hold. Going lair first, 4-minute lair timing. Very early lair here. Very greedy. And it's not going to help. It's not going to help in this defense. Meanwhile, not just Hellbats and Banshees, we have Stim on the way as well. A bit of everything. So here we go. Spirit does move out. The armory is done. And I'm a little bit concerned here. The Baneling Nest is not ready. Baneling Nest, it's not quite done yet. Lair does complete, but here come the Hellbats. And again, Spirit, he's not wasting any time. Not wasting any time. The Hellbats, they waddle on in. The Lings, they try to engage, but Lings are on their own. They just get roasted. Queens are targeted, one after the other. There's one queen left. And Spirit, he just waddles in. He just waddles in. And with that, GG gets called. And Spirit, he will take the series. He will claim it 2-0, advancing on to the next round. GG. I do apologize for not having the score updated in-game, but yes, Spirit, he was up 1-0. Now we'll claim the series, does advance on. Again, this time a much more aggressive build out of Spirit. He didn't waste his time with a 3rd CC. He did just double down, went for the initial Hellbat push, and even without Stim, he overwhelmed. Unfortunately, Torrent, he wasn't quite able to scout. He wasn't able to recognize what was happening, so he didn't get into the main base. He didn't realize how much danger he was in, so he was just droning. He was just droning, getting a 3rd base, taking up as well. If he was aware of what was happening, we would have seen potentially even a Spine Crawler, earlier Baneling Nest, more Queens, earlier setup. Alas, he was caught with his pants down. He was caught with his pants down. GG, well played. With that, Spirit, he will claim the series, and I believe he has some downtime. I believe he is waiting for his next opponent. Let's go. Let's go. Let us find out. As Spirit, he will advance on. Yeah, waiting for the winner of Trigger, Changsta, and Yolbo Sun. Trigger is in a game. Okay. Trigger, he is in a game. But I suppose, especially because now that there's some downtime, and it looks like a lot of matches are still on the way in Group D, now would be a time to switch on over and to catch up with Classic and Lambo. That would be the time.